young Albert Getz at ringside. I mean, doing the math, I mean, things look already grim for the champions. Hopefully they have eyes in their back of their heads. And by being champions, they've been champions now for the better part of a month, and I think a month and a couple of weeks. And surely they've had a couple of defenses in them, so they know what it's like to be the target of a lot of ornery people.
Well, this would be their 4th title defense as they won the belts the week before Freedom Fight 2003. They successfully retained at Freedom Fight. And one of those defenses, of course, would include the makeshift Brandon P tag team with Kaos when Scott Cage was out due to injury at the hands of Bulldog, Reigns, and Tank. But Cage is back, and now the champions are at 100%. And last week, Brandon P and the team of Kaos successfully defeated Reigns and Tank. There was a little controversy involving that match. The foot of Bulldog Reigns was actually under the ropes in that contest, and there were several other things. So there's definitely been a cloud of controversy over that defense, but the Impact are here tonight to defend the titles. They have worked very hard. They are not planning on backing down tonight. They have went balls to nose with Tank and Ren, and they are not going to quit.
That they are, but interesting. I mean, if they can promote enough confusion on the part of Tank and Bulldog Reigns, perhaps they could eke out another victory here tonight. And frankly, confusion was their best friend.
And apparently Al Getz has had the team of Tank and Reigns together for the last 2 weeks, each and every day sparring, working on new tag team maneuvers.
Oh,
He's even sent them to other wrestling promotions just to have them destroy people, just to get practice.
That it is both Tank and Bulldog Reigns often appear at our sister organization, NWA, up in Rome, Georgia. And they tear up the joint there. And as a matter of fact, so have the Impact, have also appeared up in NAW.
Scott Cage now in the ring, grabs the arm of Tank, the sickle-wielding maniac. It's already a former 2-time Wildside Tag Team Champion, holding them both with respective partners, once with White Trash, the second time with the ticking time bomb, Scotty Wren. And now this monster joining Al Getz Enterprises, this psychopath, in another tag team situation, definitely where he excels, but he can get it done on his own as well. Kaos working on the arm, Irish whip on the much larger Tank, goes for a drop kick, didn't get all he wanted on that one, still enough to knock Tank off balance.
It is, but interestingly, I think the best strategy would be to get Tank and or Bulldog Reigns off their feet as soon as humanly possible. I'm assuming that is humanly possible.
Yeah, that's easier said than done, but they did it. Double hip toss by the Impact.
The key, Scott Cage, keep the man down. Don't let that man up.
I don't know if you want to really get at Tank when he's on the mat, though. If you look at his track record, he's got a very impressive amateur wrestling background. Of course, he was a graduate of the University of Iowa, went there on a wrestling scholarship. He was a mixed martial arts competitor in underground pit fighting for a long time before he ever got involved in wrestling. When you get on the mat, Tank can be just as dangerous from anywhere. I don't know how you attack this big sumbitch.
Well, despite the amateur and collegiate wrestling background, oh dear, this is bad news. Nothing amateur or collegiate about the Dobbins brothers destroying Kaos away from the eyes of senior official Speedy Nelson. Now, Speedy, you're missing the match. Terrific. Good heavens, the Dobbins just destroying Kaos. Leveling in with those ham hocks of forearms and fists. Boy, Kaos has been rocked. As we're seeing the Al Getz Enterprises with their own brand of chaos, pun intended.
Nasty suplex by Tank. Tag made in to the savage Bulldog Reigns. Double Irish whip. Can you imagine the power of those two shoulders knocking you down?
Don't want to give that any thought whatsoever. Up. Only a 2 count, still some fight left in Kaos. But at the rate it's going, I'm not quite sure how much there will be.
Big power slam by the K9 killer, Bulldog Reigns.
And boy, what a head case this guy turned out to be. Boy, what a track record this guy has had in the annals of professional wrestling. And I remember calling his matches when he was Big Bo Ledoux from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. That guy can't even spell Calgary, Alberta, Canada. He was Looney Tunes back then, and now he's dangerous Looney Tunes, and that's much, much worse.
And his tag team partner is a man that escaped from a mental institution, so both of them have something in common at least.
Terrific. They must be so proud.
The dreaded back chop and an even more dreaded kick to the face.
And Jason and Chad Dobbins hurling some rather rude epithets the way of Kaos. Like he needs any more abuse, you know?
Vicious back suplex, almost reminiscent of the backdrop driver patented by Dr. Death Steve Williams.
Well, if it's patented, I'd sure like to see Dr. Death come here to Cornelia, Georgia to collect. Wonder what the residuals are from that move.
I don't know.
A few broken bones.
Yeah, be a lot of broken bones and some busted mouths, and frankly, Tank and Steve Williams would be a nasty, nasty, nasty fight. But that's neither here nor there. Bulldog Reigns pounding on Kaos.
And Kaos has been the butt of an awful lot of punishment for both Tank and Bulldog Reigns. And boy, I'm sure Al Getz sees tag team gold, hopefully within the next few minutes.
Gut-wrench powerbomb by Bulldog. Reigns followed it up with an elbow. Very methodical in his pacing. Bulldog Reigns likes to break you down bit by bit. There's another Irish whip by Kaos. Sunset flip.
Reigns does not know how close he was to getting pinned. Actually, I thought it could have been a 3 count. Senior official Speedy Nelson thought otherwise. Let's assume he knows something I don't.
Big rake to the eyes by Bulldog Reigns. Tank waiting for the tag. Decided he's going to come into the ring and dare someone to stop him.
Terrific. Come on, Speedy. Don't allow Tank in here. Mind you, you're going to tell Tank to leave?
Nasty foot to the face by the sickle-wielding maniac. Oh, good grief.
Oh, Lord almighty.
Rolling senton splash in the corner.
And Kaos, boy, he is not completely loopy.
I think he's got a little bit of excrement in his pants as well.
Terrific.
Double clothesline, both men go down.
Boy, and the crowd firmly behind Kaos. Boy, Kaos, he can just roll maybe 2.5, 3 feet to the tagging hands of Scott Cage. The pain and punishment could perhaps be over, at least for a little while. Bingo.
Tag made into Scott Cage, and Cage is in the ring, and he's cleaning house.
Boy, fists are flying. Beg some assistance from Kaos. I don't think Kaos is in much shape to assist at the moment.
There's the flapjack by the impact.
And Scott Cage is heading up north, up to the southeastern top turnbuckle. Unbeknownst to him, Tank has made his way to the apron.
They could be going for total impact. Wait a minute. Cage able to put. There's the total impact.
Success and a successful. Oh, check that. Al just pulled out the legs of Speedy Nelson. God, I am so tired of that.
Come on.
Great. Al Getz been to the Jeff G. Bailey School of Referee Interference. Boy, what a bum rap the Impact have here.
They hit the total impact on Bulldog.
I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but Al Getz is wrapping the chain and the collar with those spikes on it around the top turnbuckle. And Speedy Nelson totally oblivious. Oh, Tank sees it. Puts the brakes on.
Oh, hot shot.
Oh, no.
Onto that chain.
And with those spikes, too, boy, jetting into the head of Scott Cage, who is the legal man.
Oh, power breaker.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, we got new champions. We have new tag team champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners and new Wildside Tag Team Champions, the team of Tank and Bulldog Reigns.
And that's 3 Wildside Tag Team Championships for Tank, tying a record set by TNT and Blackout now. And Bulldog Reigns with his first taste of Wildside Gold. That's 3 times for Tank. Al Getz has eliminated the tag team competition here in Wildside, and he has 2 monsters to thank for it. 4 if you count the Dobbins, and I'd certainly factor them in.
I'm counting 5 because in his own way, Al Getz is also a monster, and Kaos has got Al Getz by the throat. What little there is from that pencil neck geek. Rest in peace, Fred Blassie. And oh God, Tank is having none of any of the other guys getting a hold of his new mentor, Al Getz. Oh God. We knew we saw Albert Getz getting clocked from oh Lord.
Scott Cage has lost his championship. He's fighting for his dignity right here.
Oh my
and
God.
the Dobbins are coming to take that.
And Kaos just got his dance card punched from Bulldog Reigns. And the Dobbins boys, who seems to be as much a part of this matchup as were Tank and Bulldog Reigns. Obviously not leaving here. Boy, I tell you, these guys can't even deal with their loss now because they're just being totally annihilated by the new Wildside Tag Team Champs.
Well, they went after Getz and with numbers. Wait a minute! Brendan P. and Jeremy V.
And a pair of chairs. Boy, I tell you, there's an equalizer. Sending out the Dobbins boys. The Dobbins have been rocked. You don't see that very much. Brandon P. and Jeremy V. happily not too far away.